Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Riley. You've clicked on this thumbnail because it is a Renault ZOE Coast to Coast here in Ireland. People like to watch to see if these electric vehicles can go the longer distances. So today we are taking it from Belmullet, my hometown in County Mayo on the Atlantic Ocean, all the way to Dun Laoghaire, where I live in South Co Dublin, looking onto the Irish Sea. It is saying the sat-nav 316 kilometres and it's in a small bit of traffic there. And we should be arriving around 2 o'clock. That's without charging. It is 4 degrees. Some of the stats on the car, it is 347 kilometre range. It's saying this is a 52 kilowatt hour battery. It's the Renault ZOE ZE50 or 110 model. People were looking for a bit more details, so I've reset the trip computer so we can see whether the kilowatt hour per 100 and how many kilowatts we're using, the tire pressure, and then we'll have the kilometers per hour on average that I've done on the way up and how many kilometers I have actually done. The WLTP on this is 395. Real world range on EV database is saying about 315. I'm not planning on doing this in one run. I'm going to stop for something to eat or go to the restroom anyway, but let's see if I can go the full way without having to hang around charging, I suppose is what it comes up to. So as I mentioned, the Renault ZOE has a usable battery of 52 kilowatt hours and some other stats. It's not the fastest. It's a 0 to 100 kilometers in 11.4 seconds. It's front wheel drive. It has a total power electric motor of 80 kilowatts, and that's giving you 109 PS and a torque of 225 newton meters. It's a charge port at the front. It's got the 22 kilowatt AC, which has the Chameleon charger, and it can take 46 kilowatts on DC. So yeah, let's get stuck in. I'm going to stop a couple of times along the way. I'm going to stop at the Mayo Roscommon border because that's a nice checkpoint about quarter of the way through it. It takes a quarter of my journey to get out of the county. Then stop at the Shannon at Tarman-Barry, just so as we cross from East Ireland to West Ireland to East Ireland, and then we'll stop probably around Ballinalack, maybe Applegreen on the eastbound at Enfield. Well, around that kind of area, I'd say I need to charge. Potentially I might charge before that, get something to eat and a rest stop. Otherwise, looking forward to it. It's again one of the smaller batteries I've done this coast to coast challenge in. The Renault ZOE was the best-selling electric vehicle in Europe last year. That was 2020, and they sell a lot of these, and they're probably big enough battery. We don't need big cars, we don't need big ranges. This trip I don't be doing it every day, a couple of times a year. So stay tuned, and next stop it's going to be the border of Mayo Roscommon. Thanks.
Today's video is sponsored by EasyGo. As well as being Ireland's largest EV charging network, EasyGo supports over 10,000 Irish EV drivers to find and use more than 1,200 charge points active on the EasyGo app. This works across the island of Ireland, north and south. The team at EasyGo also provide home, workplace and public chargers together with fleet management and payment service solutions, ideal for businesses transitioning their fleets to electric vehicle driving.
Update number 1, and we are on the Roscommon. That's the Roscommon sign there, and that's the Mayo sign back there. So it is the Mayo Roscommon border. I'm pulled in. Kilometers so far driven 107. Makes it easy for me to remove from the estimated 347. So technically I should have 240 kilometers worth of range in an ideal world, but it's not an ideal world. It is 5 degrees and I am at 177 kilometers worth of range. So I've dropped 70 kilometers because of everything, because of my speed, because of the temperature. And so understanding that I'm constantly driving, there's very little braking because it's open roads, so there's no regen, the air conditioning is on to keep me warm. I am in eco mode, which means my throttle response isn't that big, and it is there's my tire pressures. My consumption is 18 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And then you can see my average kilometer per hour is 60 kilometers an hour. So I'm not going crazy. That's my range so far, or my what I've driven so far, 107. So it's telling me I've got 176 kilometers left. So I'm missing, as I said, 70, and I need 207. So I'm a way off. I'm going to have to charge somewhere, but I was planning on stopping anyway and having something to eat around the Ballinalack area. So next update will be probably there rather than doing it at the Tarmanbarry east-west crossover of the Shannon. I think I might just keep going until, and we'll do an update number 2, and then that'll give me enough charge to get me to Dun Laoghaire. So one charge, I'll be stopping anyway. But yeah, a bit more detail in this one compared to my previous ones. But I have done this in other cars, so have a look at the playlist on the channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, if you're interested in electric vehicles, reviews, road tests, road trips, and lots of different things, make sure you do so. Let me know in the comments below if you like these type of videos and what else you'd like to see. Let's keep going and update you at the next stop.
If you think this car is for you, you can contact EasyGo and register for the app by clicking the link on the screen or in the description.
Update number 2, and we are at the Kinnegad Plaza, part of the Supermac group, and we are here at channel sponsor EasyGo's 2-bay hub, 250 watt tritiums, and I am at, where am I at? 50 kilometers worth of range. I have 78 kilometers to go to get to where I need to go to. My journey, I've been going at 68.7 kilometers an hour on average. I've done 232 kilometers, and then my average kilowatt hour consumption is 16.6. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stop anyway because I need to go to the restroom and I need to go and get something to eat. So all I'm gonna do now is plug in, take as long as I need to take inside, and then when I come out I'm going to go. So I'd have had to stop anyway. Could I do it in the whole thing? You probably, with 50 range left, and then you need probably another 30. There probably is that amount in the Zoe as a safety, as a backup, but yeah, you don't need to do it. But that's 5 degrees, so on a warmer day, yeah, very easily would do the cross country, no problem. So let me plug in here and then I'll give you an update once I hit the harbour in Dun Laoghaire. Just back, and we are up to 57% and a range of 177, and I've got to do 78, so it'll give me a buffer of about 100. So it took about 30 minutes between getting food and everything else here. It took me 2 seconds to plug in the charger and get it started. There is a Tesla Model 3 plugged in on the second charger now, so I'm going to head off and I'll give you an update when I get back to Dun Laoghaire.
Just a reminder that today's video was sponsored by EasyGo. For more info or to submit for a quote, click the link on the screen or in the description.
This is the final update. We are at Dun Laoghaire Harbour, where we always finish up, and we have 100 kilometers left, 31%. Consumption 16.2 kilowatt hours per 100, and then it was 314.2 kilometers in total, and my average speed was 68.8. Air conditioning was on all the way. I also had the eco mode on, just it reduces your throttle and your top speed. But overall, yeah, a 30-minute top up, and I've got plenty to spare as well, so it wouldn't have needed that to get me up here, but it definitely did need to stop just with the temperature outside here today, and it is just gone after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 5 degrees. So hopefully you've enjoyed the coast to coast as we've done. This is the fourth one. There's a playlist on the channel. A lot of people are asking about them, just want to see what kind of cars do what kind of range, and do you have to stop, etc. Pretty much I'm going to stop anyway, but some of them, they're around the 55 kilowatt hours plus, looks to be that you wouldn't have to stop for going 300 kilometers. I've given a bit more details today. That was some of the feedback that I received. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment below, like the video, share it for somebody that's thinking about buying a Renault ZOE or a car of this size. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks so much for watching.